Hello there, my name is Pietrocola and welcome to my YouTube channel where we talk all things trading, finances and money in general. And today, a really interesting topic. Before that, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. A lot of interesting things will be discussed here. And if you haven't watched all of my previous videos, I strongly recommend going back and doing that. And today, I'm joined by my dear friend, Alessandro Pietrocola, an amazing fintech expert from UK, and hopefully soon will be from Dubai, just like I am. And I've invited him and he joined me to pick my brain on the topic that has pissed him off very, very much. And that is more about forex and all the trading scams that are happening right now online. So Alessandro, thank you very much for joining me.
My pleasure.
And let's get started. Shoot the questions right at me.
Absolutely. So I'm going to ask him, he has lots of experience in the trading, what exactly forex is, why there are so many scams around, and what is the possibility for a trader with $100 or $1,000 to really make some money out?
This is a very good question. This is the question that I get asked on my social media constantly. And this is a very controversial topic, so I understand why you're so frustrated and pissed off. So am I with all this forex rubbish. Just let's call it rubbish because there is nothing, no other word you can choose to call this. But I think, it's just human greed. And people, even though they subconsciously understand that it cannot be that simple, like those simple candle patterns and structures, simple strategies to follow that will make you rich within a few weeks, it's just nonsense. This is something that just simply does not exist in the world of trading. That's why all of those forex gurus and some kind of options trading gurus, 99% is all just bullcrap. It's something that will never make you money. There is one thing I have to mention though. Some of those strategies, they are intrinsically, there is an okay idea behind them. But the problem is that any of these kinds of strategies that are so precise, they work only in certain market conditions. And obviously the risk is huge. It's absolutely unbelievable. And when it comes to your question that is it even possible to make anything out of $100? And quite honestly, it's close to impossible. So it is theoretically, if you look at the market in general, it is possible, but for sure not with the strategies that are taught in those 17-day boot camp trading courses, especially in forex.
Or just give me your money and we have a strategy. Give me $100, I give $1,000 a month.
Right.
All those kind of bullshit.
Yeah, I sometimes I get those messages as well. And I'm like,
what the
is this? Who is believing in this? But again, topic of greed. I think most people understand that they feel that there's something wrong, but they just want to give it a try because they have mortgages and financial issues, and they're just dreaming about fixing those issues. And that's why they tend to believe and just get scammed and then think that trading is all rubbish. But in reality, trading is not rubbish. It's real. It's possible to make money there in an understandable way. But you need to be far beyond a simple concept of being educated. You need to know exactly what you're doing. Because we have to also distinguish the difference between investing and trading. Because mostly those scams are about trading. Trading something like forex. Because even forex, because if we're gonna start talking about why forex is a horrible market to trade, then this video is gonna be like 1 hour long. But just long story short, you have to understand that investing is something as you invest into stocks, you build portfolios,
Absolutely.
You reduce your risk exposure, etc. So something that is done by investment banks, hedge funds, etc. And trading is basically super high risk, just yourself, your $1,000, the market, and you're just doing something as risky as there is a potential of losing everything in like 2 hours. So this is something that is incredibly hard to control. Is it possible to control? Yes. Do people know how to control it? 98% of the people don't know how to control it. They only see an advertisement, see the numbers, they just open a forex account with some horrible broker, unregulated broker who has the worst market data ever. Yeah. So even the market data alone will set you up for a collision course and you'll just lose everything. And there are so many details that I don't know, this video is probably going to be a really, really long one if we're going to discuss each single one of them. But in general, even if you would probably want to ask me this question, but what's the real percentage of people who lose money in the markets with all these high risk strategies? And I'd say the official statistic is about 85%, 90%, which is already huge. Huge. And usually those scammers will never tell you this. But I would say, in my personal experience, I think that this statistic is even higher. I think that the number of people who lose money is 95%. 95%. And the really who make money consistently, I would say 1%.
I read some statistic of this type where it was like kind of 80% lose everything, 15% playing a zero-sum game, no win, or small, lose something, or absolutely no any gain, and just from 1 to 4% make some money. But as soon as you make some money, the broker
they cut you off.
They control, doesn't like you making money. I mean, I'm talking about the forex, and personally I don't absolutely like forex. I like to invest in the stocks. I like to invest in real products. So I have done some investment in gold. Some nice stock, Tesla. It was quite interesting stocks this year, same as the Bitcoin and many other crypto coin. But I think the forex is absolutely very, very hard to understand, and there are lots of scams around because it's unregulated market, unpredictable market, and so on. So what is your experience? What you usually teach to your students what is the best way to become a professional trader, starting from stocks, starting from ETFs or other leverage, leverage, not just roughly? Again,
it also depends on your personality and if you're a risk taker and what's your end goal. Because if it's your end goal to make 30% yearly return on your $5,000 investment, then you have to go into long-term investments. And it's like almost going into something as general as predicting S&P and the GDP of the United States, and then investing in different sectors and all that regular building of portfolios. But if you are trying to make a lot of money out of nothing, then you need huge risk. So
and
huge risk,
is where the biggest
scams and the biggest difficulty. This is one of the most difficult ways to make money, but unfortunately for most of us, this is the only way to try it. Because again, if you have even a few thousand and you start trading with low risk and 20-30% return per year, it's not going to get you very far. So that's why people go for high risk. But even if we talk about high risk, things like binary options is just, I don't know, they've been outlawed in the whole of the world, but people still send me messages like, Thomas, where do you trade binary options? I'm like, who said I'm trading binary options? This is like complete, this is worse than Russian roulette. Then there is forex. Forex is pretty close to binary options, in my opinion. There are many problems, intrinsic problems with forex, because forex, from the beginning, it's a currency exchange. So this is a place where somebody could come in and exchange 1 billion euros for dollars. So that's going to be a huge market fluctuation, but they just exchanged currency. So this is just one out of many issues for forex.
There's no any value added.
Right,
There's no any value added.
It's quite unpredictable. So, and a lot of people don't understand this fact. And even though some of the things that they are using, some indicators, what the hell ever that they are usually using, sometimes it might work. Even if you have some kind of risk and money management rules that are more or less logical, you might make money at some point. Like some people are sending me my forex book, which is just complete insanity. And I tell them, well, write back to me in 1 year. Do you think anybody has ever written back to me saying, Thomas, last year I've written you a message and I just made $1 million? I've never gotten a message like that. It does not exist. So forex, also another problem with it is the market data. Because once again, brokers are mostly unregulated, and the market data, it's just all so different. So you cannot even lay out precise game plans. So like with stocks, for example, you can even simple key market levels, you know, those support and resistance lines. I mean, there is a difference between key market levels and support and resistance, but you know, it's just technical differences. But you cannot even place them precisely because the market data is so different. And when the market data is different, it adds on to risk. And that risk is already huge with hyperactive trading, like day trading, for example, or swing trading. So to avoid that, you need other markets. Even though Forex is so popular, it's just well marketed. That's it. For example, futures. Futures are also dangerous, but they are a lot more predictable, in my personal opinion.
Absolutely, yeah.
Futures are a lot more predictable, even though, once again, don't get me wrong, they are still very dangerous and you need to know what the hell you're doing. But compared to Forex, there is more logic to it. And it's a lot more precise, and when you're using a proper broker, which is, for example, interactive brokers.
Interactive broker, yeah.
Yeah, not some...
I like it, I like them as well, yeah.
Yeah, not some strange broker who has some in-house market data which he can... manipulate, yeah, you need something trustworthy.
Maybe some
Absolutely.
Offshore island, no license, of course. But
right.
Yeah, I mean, from my experience, what I have seen as well between my clients, most likely all jurisdictions are shutting off unregulated Forex. Right. And even some remote island that's still allowed not regulated Forex anyway, you have lots of problems with banks. So that they're kind of cutting off. But anyway, even with the regulated one, it's
right.
I mean,
it's just intrinsically wrong.
Yes,
and if, for example, level 2 market data. So what is level 2? It's just basically saying that heart of the market, you know, without getting into too much detail, just layman terms. You see those pending orders, basically, which help you to, when you are trading scalping, for example, when you're trading very actively, it helps you to have that small prediction of that initial impulse for your trade. So you control the trade from its birth, basically. But with Forex, this market level 2 market data is basically non-existent. They have those order books and all that stuff, fancy stuff, but it actually never works because it's gonna show you like usually 20% or 30% of the liquidity. So you need to see 100% or at least 90% of liquidity, liquidity providers. And mostly you'll not see that. So level 2 market data, it's out the door.
It's out the door,
It's absolutely useless. And that's something, why would you use something that has less tools, logical tools?
Yeah, of course.
With futures, everything is available. Then stocks. One of the best things is also stocks because you can actually tie in logical explanation in terms of the company fundamentals. So this is more logical. But people, for some reason, still stick with stocks because everybody is a Forex trader.
Yeah. I feel like Forex trader is, I see him more as a gambler than as a trader. While, I mean, because to trade stock, you need to study, there is some logic behind. So I'm much more motivated into learning and understand the market, what is behind stocks or behind the ETFs, rather than Forex. Look like to me. Right. Going to a casino, you know, and then
it's worse than a casino. It's just, I mean, in casino it's at least fun. Here it's just miserable. People are losing so much money there. It's unbelievable.
Absolutely.
And that's what it. When you get into proper ways of trading, it's not just about your technical analysis or your view to the global market and the fundamentals. It's also correct market data. It's correct, trustworthy broker. It's good trading software like MT4, like MetaTrader. This is the most outdated rubbish there can be, but every Forex trader is defending it to the last breath, dying breath.
Absolutely.
So things like, you know, Pro Real Time, the French company, it's like a third-party trading software, amazing, just brilliant in combination with interactive brokers, for example. Then there is the correct and logical ways to analyze the market if you are going into that hyperactive stuff. So using something like mathematical indicators like MACD, stochastic, RSI, VWAP, whatever, there are millions of them. And then there are those Forex gurus who have 10 different indicators.
Of course.
They don't realize that an indicator, sure, there are different ones with different equations and calculations of what the hell they're showing, but at the same time the logic is all the same. It's all mathematical.
Absolutely.
So if you add 10 indicators, it's not going to increase the success rate that you're showing. It's going to be precisely the same. So you might as well just have one indicator. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
No,
You need many different tools that analyze the market from different angles, so that you cover for all the drawbacks of each single tool. And that's the thing, any tool for active trading as well as any other type of trading they will have drawbacks and negative sides. There is no such tool that is, like magic. Maybe like the only tool is insider information. So if you're friends with Elon Musk, you can call him, or he's gonna call you saying,
Of
I'm
course.
gonna.
Before he tweets, I'm tweeting something.
I'll tweet some bullshit today. So
please
just,
buy this coin or
yeah,
this stock.
yeah.
Of course,
So that's insider information. That's something you can get 25 to life basically for. So it's a big crime to do. That's something that works like magic. You don't need to know anything about technical analysis or anything like that. But in general, this is the reason why 95% lose money.
Yeah, of course. And lastly, I saw also a booming of this crypto forex. That it's some evolution of the forex scam into the crypto world, where you can you not buy the single coin, but you trade Bitcoin versus dollar, or Bitcoin versus
because
Ethereum. It's a forex scheme. Took it from forex and bring it into the crypto world. That is, I think, even more.
I would be very careful with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very careful. And the same thing goes for CFDs.
CFDs.
It's a very dangerous product to trade. And this is the thing, most of the people who lose money in the markets, they don't even know anything about brokers, let alone about how to combine the logical tools. A lot of people, I have one of the best trading learning programs, and a lot of people say, oh, I can learn this myself online and I'm doing just fine. I don't see any of them making millions of dollars for some reason.
Absolutely. They will never do.
They're spending so much time on self-educating in the internet, looking for all. There is no such thing as a secret sauce that is available just to me. It's a right combination of logical things to use to maximize your chances.
But imagine if you will have such a sauce or special formula, or this forex boat, what they call
I would be a billionaire.
Would you Would you sell it to me in Instagram, or maybe probably you contact Goldman Sachs or
Goldman Sachs
sell for $2 billion?
They would pay me billions of dollars, not even millions. And that's the thing, so that's like forex robots and all that rubbish that is
all this rubbish,
forex signals,
forex signal,
chat rooms. It just makes me laugh.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the thing, also people ask me, why do I sell learning programs? Why do I teach people how to trade? I mean, if I'm so good at trading.
Absolutely.
And I'm always telling them, even for me, and I'm honest about it, trading is one of the hardest businesses out there. I've done okay. I've made my share of money in the markets with both low risk investment strategies as well as hyperactive, because I come from a relatively poor family and we couldn't really put together a portfolio of $1 million for me to start trading with. So I had to start from a relatively small trading deposit. But
it's much better to start with something small, with relatively not high risk, and grow.
Absolutely.
And,
you shouldn't
educate yourself. And I guess you had a mentor.
I had a mentor. I did not learn it by myself. I did not learn it by myself. I had a person who taught me this, because it's constant self-development. So you need somebody who's gonna show you the correct ropes, and then you will be developing as long as you're in this business.
Absolutely.
Because the market is changing and you must stay flexible. No single strategy will always constantly make you money. There is consistency, certain level of possible consistency, but by far not making money constantly. So when you have the right direction and you have some logical comprehension of what is going on, you're starting to be able to adjust to the market. And when you start losing money, and even me, I've had sometimes losing streaks of 3 months in a row. That's absolutely fine. And this is like the most stressful situations of my life, something that made me completely burn out and move to other things like education, for example. That is actually, by the way, is one of the best businesses I've ever done. It makes me even more money. I enjoy beach clubs, working from my phone, and I make more money than I was making from active trading, which is still, I was making good money.
Yeah, that's also one of the reasons why I'm kind of switching on one-to-one consultation.
You're doing the same thing.
Probably, we should see to create a course even together anytime soon. It's very, very. It's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah.
That's why I'm always saying that the real way of trading is, there is my learning program. It takes about 4 months to complete. Then there is going to be 3 practice stages in a very specific technical way which will show if you are capable or not of producing logical and consistent flexible results. If not, there is not even any point to invest even $1,000. There is no point. So, and what do those forex gurus want you to do? They want you to complete a shit course, and they want you to put as much money as possible with their affiliated, unregulated broker for you
they
just
earn more
to.
from commission what the
They
broker
earn money from the commissions.
of broker.
Yes.
They don't give a shit if you make some money or not,
No,
or you burn
no,
out
no.
all and you go out from
Right.
the. Okay, yeah, thank you very much, because I am quite, I'm much more like from financial world, so I was always much more focused on stocks or commodities or ETFs. So it's very interesting to know your experience from from the field, and you confirm my idea about all forex, this crypto forex, and all these scams that become very popular during this last
especially
day.
during pandemic, those
During pandemic.
The numbers have skyrocketed. Everybody's at home.
Everybody's at home, everybody's trader, everybody does millions, but after they probably could even not know how to pay for the bills every month, and everybody show off some fantastic life. I mean, I have seen Instagram, it's full of all this
No, well,
scam.
there is nothing behind it, so you have to be very careful.
Absolutely.
When you're so you must learn from somebody.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying learning from me or anybody else. I'm just saying when you are looking to learn from somebody, look for that at least a realistic person who tells you the truth.
Exactly.
That this is the hard, and it is one of the hardest businesses out there.
It happened with me with fintech.
Yeah.
There is a lot of people about, okay, but I can read about in internet. I can.
Good luck.
I don't know. Yes, good luck. Or my lawyers told me that, or my accountant. But look, here it's a people who is in this field for 18 years, and I have done 3 licenses for me, excluding that's for the client. So you have a feedback from a person who has done for himself.
Yeah.
So what else do you want? You want, if you want to go and study yourself, please free. I'm not saying that you need to buy or need to learn from me, but what I suggest is to not buy or whatever you find in internet, but find out somebody who is what you want to be.
That's
So
right.
that's my always
Right.
suggestion. You don't need to buy from me. I'm not saying I'm the best. Come on to me. No, but you want to be an hedge fund. Find somebody who was before than you to.
Absolutely, because it will take you 10 years to get anywhere, and you'll probably lose a lot more money in the process. So when you're paying somebody for education, somebody who is trustworthy, and I know that it's a difficult thing to say and to find, but there are good educations when it comes to fintech and trading as well. But find yourself that somebody who you pay them a little bit of money, but at the same time you're going to save yourself years of time.
Absolutely.
And probably a lot more money as well, because the amount of money.
Experience costs money.
Experience costs money.
And
absolutely.
also, as myself, you as well, you travel all the world, getting this experience and meeting different people. It's also cost time and money. So basically, you can have much more information.
Right, you just take a shortcut, a logical shortcut, but don't take the rubbish forex shortcuts. Take a serious shortcut.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right. Well, Alessandro, thank you so much for coming by and picking my brain a little bit on this topic. I hope I was able to answer your questions, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video. We are doing our best with Alessandro to create really interesting content and to discuss these kinds of super important topics. If there is a topic in your mind that you would like us to discuss with Alessandro, maybe something about fintech again, then please let me know down in the comments. And please subscribe, please like this video, and as always, there is a link to one of the best trading webinars, one of my trading webinars, down in the description. So if you're looking to get into trading and proper ways of trading, not this forex rubbish, then please go ahead and click the link, check out the webinar. Also check out my main website, which is thomascrollo.com, the best university-grade trading education, which will take you to the professional ways and approaches in the world of trading. Right? Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next videos.